Hi guys, this is Pastor. Welcome to another episode of the Don't Be a Noob series, and today we're going to be talking about timing and its importance in the game and what it means for you. Okay, so first off, what timing means to you. And there's two basic scenarios that I want you to play out in your head. The first one is like a game like this where I'm on a team that's doing really well. I'm personally doing really well. I'm timing some of these corner turns really well. There's some other instances where people get rezzed and I'm just waiting the timing so that I can get a double kill instead of just a single kill, and timing revives and things like that. And at least once I get screwed by a guy who I revive, and I checked, he was a medic, he killed the guy, he was perfectly fine to revive me, and he just ran away. That guy was kind of upsetting for me. But that's part of what will happen in the game. So timing is going to be the rhythm of the match. You know how it's talked about that the enemy, don't let the enemy dictate the pace. Well, that's what you need to be doing is you need to be, if you're on the losing team, that means that they're dictating the pace of the game. So you want to disrupt that. One of the ways to disrupt that is if you find yourself, you turn the corner and it's like always the wrong time, then what I want you to try and do is take a second or two, and when you would ordinarily turn a corner, and I want you to wait, just wait 1 or 2 seconds and then turn that corner, or turn that corner 1 or 2 seconds sooner, and you'll be amazed at how much you're disrupting the flow of the game for yourself personally. So that's something to keep in mind if you're doing bad. If you're doing good, try and keep that flow. But if your team's being beaten, things aren't going very well, what you want to do is disrupt that timing, that flow, right? And pay attention. Okay, how long roughly is it taking them to start moving from this flag to that flag? Or how often does people come around this flank? Or are they trying to come behind me every so often? And you'll notice there's kind of a flow to it. And usually it's because of a few key players that are making things happen. And when you take them out of the equation, your team is able to do something. In addition to that, you really want to be in a position to capitalize fully on somebody else disrupting the other team. For example, you'll notice often in servers there's like 1 or 2 guys on the other team or on your team that's really doing most of the killing. Well, when 1 or 2 of those guys on the very top dies, that's the time to take advantage because there's now a disruption in the flow of things. So to be more specific, there's an instance in this game where I come across a recon player, he's got a beacon down, and I kill him, and as I kill him, I see 2 more medics running around. Now, I could just stay there and try and duke it out, and I may or may not have won, I don't know. But what I decided to do was to back off, to reload, and I waited. And this is the timing factor is they no longer know where I am, and they really only have one route and one avenue to come up. So when I hear that defib and that little bit of movement, I'm able to turn that corner and I get 3 to 4 picks because of that timing. So I got an additional kill there and a squad of limb, and that's a demoralizing effect on the other team, and it also takes 3 or 4 players out of the game, and that messes with their timing. So I want to encourage you to find that rhythm. If what you're doing isn't working, you keep dying, you're just like a little ahead of your team and it's not working out for you, or you're too behind your team, it's not working out for you, tweak your timing. And most of this really does come from experience. Like you don't think about, okay, I'm going to wait in this corner 2 seconds. But for those of you that don't have that much experience and it's not so natural for you, if you're not doing great, I want you to take the time to say, hey, I'm doing the same thing over and over again. I keep turning this corner and there's always this dude there waiting for me. So instead of turning this corner right away, I'm going to wait. I'm going to maybe throw a grenade. I'm going to do something to disrupt the flow, and I'm going to stop letting the enemy dictate how I play my game. Probably the best example I can give of timing is when you're up on the second or third floor of a hotel and you hear bad guys outside, right? And so they run up into your building, okay? Timing is everything in this because you have a couple of options. You can stay up there and wait, but what a lot of the higher skill players do is they will actually jump out the window and come in behind that person. And if you're on the other side of that, you're trying to breach a building, And maybe this has already happened to you, so you can kind of see it coming. You go into that building, you want to be listening and you want to be paying attention to the time and the way you turn those corners and everything. And if you hear movement behind you, you should turn around. I highly recommend turning around because nobody likes getting knifed by a guy that you were hunting down. Well, guys, thanks for watching, and that's this week's episode in the Don't Be a Noob series. So try and work on your timing and have a great game. God bless, and thanks for watching.